Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be ranking my SHF from worst to best based off of design, articulation, and if it comes down to it, cost. I hope you enjoyed the video. In last place, we have Superhero Vegeta. It pains me to put him so low, due to the fact that he was my first ever SHF. But we have to be honest here. He is not the greatest figure. His articulation is okay. He's got some good butterfly joints on him. His paint job's a little messed up in there. And his feet overall are just not very well designed. They're pretty hard to pose most of the time. But luckily what he comes with makes up for the $35 price. A grinning face, an open mouth face, a gritting mouth face, the cursed thumb pose, 2 fighting hands, 2 gripping hands, and 2 blast hands. Overall, a solid figure. At number 11, we have Super Saiyan Trunks. Now, let me tell you, this figure is hard to put this low. I mean, if you just take a minute to look at this sculpt, you can see how good it actually is. It's pretty accurate to the show. I mean, I love this figure. But the problem with it is the fact that they added the bun. Now, that's accurate to the show, which is great, but it really limits his head articulation. He can't look up. He can kind of just look forward. That's as far as he can go, and he can barely do that. He can look down pretty... Oh yeah, that's another problem, is when he looks down, his face starts to come apart, so... A lot of problems with that one in the face, but to make up for it, he comes with crossed arms, a gritting teeth face, open mouth, yelling face, a pair of blast hands, and a pair of gripping hands. For $35, it's a pretty good deal. In number 10, we have Super Saiyan Vegeta. Now, this guy has a similar problem to Trunks. A problem I didn't point out with him is how spiky the hair is, so it's not exactly fun to change his faceplate or change out his arms for the crossed arms. Overall, it's a very good figure. There's not a whole lot of problems with it, other than the fact that if you have this popped up, he doesn't look real good. Other than that, he comes with crossed arms, a smirking face, yelling face, a pair of blast hands, a pair of grip hands, a pair of fighting hands, and, once again, the cursed thumb pose. Pretty solid 10th place, but let's move on to number 9. We have Raised on Earth Goku. Now, this figure is a favorite of mine. It's hard to put it this low, but I think the only problem with it is it's so good at doing what it's supposed to do. It's base form Goku, so obviously it's not a lot going on. I think that's the reason he gets so low. Overall, it's a perfect figure. I don't see why you wouldn't want it, especially for $35. He comes with a serious face, a gritting teeth face, and a yelling face, an instant transmission hand, 2 pairs of fighting hands, 2 pairs of gripping hands, and another fist in case you want to change out this almost waving hand. Overall, the only problem I have with it is the gritting face. I hate that he's looking off to the side. I wish they would stop doing that. It's not something I like. But overall, solid 9th place. Now at number 8, we have a really good figure, and that is the Frieza from the Tournament of Power. Oh my goodness, guys. This is a really good figure, except for one big problem I have with it. It's kind of small, you know? You pay a lot for this figure, and it's really small. Another big problem is You know, his arms are really loose. I don't know if it's just mine, but the arms are always super loose. It's definitely a weird design. You gotta fix stuff half the time if you want to pose it right. The paint job and all of that is really good, but I think where the price comes in is everything you see in this. This halo can only go in this head, which is another problem I have. He comes with a gritting teeth face, a yelling face, a pair of blast hands, a pair of almost holding or relaxed hands, crossed arms. He comes with his finger up. You've seen how he does that. One for a death ball, which I think they should have put in here. A Dragon Ball, specifically number 5, and 2 different pairs of feet. Overall, really good for $35. Number 7, Kaioken Goku. Now, guys, when this one first came out, it was very hard to find. Luckily, ended up finding it and getting it before most people. Now, problem with this figure is factory malfunction right there on the chin, which really stinks, but I guess it just adds more personality to him. Now, what is this? What is this, Bandai? Like, there's nothing in here. For $35, it's definitely not a lot. Comes with 2 open hands, 2 fighting stance hands, a gritting teeth face, and a yelling face. And another thing is the eyes. Why are we making him look 2 different directions here? It's so annoying. I hate it. But it's such a good looking figure, man. I like that they decided to go with a more matte finish instead of a glossy like the original. Now, after this figure, they're going to get hard for me to rank. At number 6. Oh my goodness, this is where it starts to get good. Now, this figure to me is just really well done. Looks accurate to the Bulma from the original Dragon Ball series, which we all know and love. It definitely has a weirder design since it's an older figure. You can kind of see these joints. You never really see anything like this anymore due to the fact that it's not a great design. But over here, we have a Dragon Ball radar, a scared expression face, a happy face. Down here for the hands, we have a pointing finger, a hand that holds the Dragon Ball right here, a hand that's kind of calm and relaxed, a pointing finger with the thumb up. This one is holding a little capsule right here. This one holds the Dragon Radar. This one holds the gun, which is right here. She can hold this gun. And right here, if you have her holding the gun, you can take that off and put that on, due to the fact that the gun's holstered right there. So, really good figure, a lot of time put into it. Number 5, and the smallest figure on this list, and oh my goodness, guys, look at how cute he is. He has some very good articulation for a small figure. They should probably redo the Goku from the original Dragon Ball with this guy's body, because it's just that good. Little problem with the arms, though, is it's really easy to pop them out of their ball joint, which is not fun to do, obviously. But I mean, really solid looking figure. I know not a lot of people like GT, but you gotta pick that thing up. If y'all thought Bulma had a lot, this guy has way more. Right here is some blowing in the wind hair. You've got a sad, disappointed looking face. You've got a yelling face and a gritting teeth face. Right here you have a pair of blast hands, a pair of fighting hands, a pair of more almost fighting hands. I don't know why they did that. a pair of open hands and another pair of open hands, but these ones have a peg for the Kamehameha. And I am glad they included this with this guy. It is always cool to see energy effects with these characters, and they nailed this one. Now you may see that some of these hands are jumbled up, and that is my biggest problem with this figure, the way they did this. If you try to open it, your stuff is just going to go everywhere. But we're talking about the figure here, not the packaging. That's easy to ignore. Now, let's head on to number 4. And oh my goodness, guys, I cannot explain to you how much I love this figure. Some of you may know, I like blue hair a lot in Dragon Ball. It's just, I've always liked it a lot. And this figure just nails the Super Saiyan Blue Goku. I mean, look at this dude. He might not come with a whole lot. As you can see, he comes with a smiling face, a gritting teeth face, a open mouth yelling face, a pair of fighting hands, a pair of gripping hands, a pair of blast hands, and a instant transmission hand. But the figure is just so well done. The hair is crispy. I mean, his colors are amazing. There's nothing to not like about this figure. But the figure I like more than this guy is number 3, which is the man, the myth, Bardock, the father of Goku. And they really nailed this figure, from the scouter to the tiny details, like taking this off and changing the bandana out. It's very, very nice figure. I like it a lot. He has some flaps right here for his leg. He comes with the fist on. And if we go ahead and look over here, he's got a pair of blast hands, a pair of gripping hands, and another one. I'll tell y'all what that is later. He's got a yelling expression, a gritting teeth expression, and a grinning expression. And right here is one of the weirdest things I've seen in SHF. That is an ear right there. Basically, if you don't like the scouter, which I don't see why you wouldn't, you can take that off and put the ear there instead. And that hair is for if you like the ear on, because for some reason we need a different one. And another energy effect. We love to see those. That's what this hand is for right here. It's for energy effects, which are great. It looks really good when you pose it. It's a simple little energy effect. It's almost ripples. But it is nothing compared to number 2, my biggest figure and my favorite Dragon Ball villain, Super Buu. And oh my goodness, did they absolutely nail this guy. I'm gonna sit him down so I can show y'all. Look at his facial expression. It's absolutely phenomenal. He comes with these just kind of calm hands on. Very tall figure. I'm pretty sure he's about 8 inches tall, which is pretty huge. Now right here, I'll have to move it around a bit. We've got 2 fist hands right here, 2 blast hands, a kind of come here hand right there, a pointing hand, and right here we have a face for Fat Buu, which comes with this little energy effect. And right here are 2 faces for him. His kind of mean mug looking expression. He's not too happy. He never really is in the show. And of course the classic screaming, which makes everyone's eardrums hurt. Overall, a really good figure. I just wish it didn't cost $90. But this figure is nowhere near as good as number 1, Super Saiyan Namek Goku. How can you not love this figure? From the huge hair like the original to the ripped pants blowing in the wind, this figure is perfect if you loved the original Super Saiyan transformation. And look at all the stuff he comes with. He comes with a hairpiece where his hair is all blown up. He comes with one where there's only one strand in front of his face. He has a smirking face, a gritting teeth face, a yelling face. He's got a pair of blast hands, a pair of gripping hands, another pair of gripping hands, a pair of fighting hands, and another pair of gripping hands. Now, the reason he comes with another pair of gripping hands is because... Future Hoots here. So the footage ended up getting corrupted at the end, where I showed off his Kamehameha beam, but luckily I recorded another part to that, so here's the clip. Here is the Kamehameha. As you can see, it looks very amazing. You had to put this one's pegs in like that little Goku from GT, but overall, it was pretty easy in my opinion. Hope you guys enjoyed the rating on my SHF. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.